Australia adventure. Floppy had not been for a week. We should take Floppy out, said Mom. Keep grinding working Floppy is boring. Well, you could bring broom mages, said Mom. Beth threw her boomerang really hard. It flew up in the sky. I'll show them I'm not boring, thought Beth. I'll make them laugh. Floppy chased after the boomerang. Suddenly, it turned in the air. Floppy turned at well. My the pounds, shouted Mom. Too late, laughed Chip. Splash! Floppy landed in a cloud. No, Floppy, you're foolish, said Mom. Everyone laughed. Floppy was pleased. At last I made them laugh, he thought. Floppy was not so pleased when he got home. Mom wanted to give him a wash. Let's use a horse pipey, she said. Oh no, thought Floppy. Floppy, he hiding under Biff's bed. What do I need a wash? She thought. Dogs like to bring dirty. Suddenly the magic key began to glow. It was time for a new adventure. Dogs don't have magic adventure by themselves, do they? Thought Floppy. Well, it's better than a bath. The magic key took Big Floppy to Australia. It took him to a red dirt. The sand was hot. He heard Floppy's pounds. So a boomerang flew over his head. Whoosh! Up another one landed next to him. But Floppy saw some man. Go away, you dirty dingo, he shouted. Floppy ran away. The man chased him. He ran past some rockets. Quick, said the boys. Hide here. The man ran past. Behind the rocket was 4 dogs. They all left Floppy. What floppy ears, said one of them. What's your name? asked another. Floppy, said Floppy. My name is Red. This is Ginger. This is Amber. He's called Tan. We're Dingo. What's Dingo? asked Floppy. That's what men call us, said Amber. Why did they chase you? said Floppy. The dingo looked sad. We usually be friends, said Tan. But now men don't like to because we have fleas. We'll show you, said Red. The dingo took Floppy to a cave. On the wall of the cave were paintings. Some of the paintings were of animals Floppy had never seen before. These are very old paintings, said Amber. They show a time when a man and dingoes lived together. We used to help men get food and sleep near their fires, said Red. It's only we didn't have fleas, said Hen. Well, outside in the cave, it's getting dark. The night was cold. Far away, the man had lit a fire. Let's hide near the man, said Red. One of the men was telling a story. It was about a time long ago when the world began. Those times long ago, the world called Dream Time, whisped Amber. The story was about a creature called a kangaroo. The kangaroo wanted to steal the fire from the man. Floppy was tired. He closed his eyes. He began to dream. In Floppy's dream, he made a strange animal with a long tail. It looks like one of the cave paintings. What's your name? asked Floppy. They call me Kangaroo, he said. Kangaroo wanted to make fire. Rub 2 sticks together. This is how men make fire, he said. Suddenly, the sticks caught fire and made Kangaroo jump. He trapped the stick hit. The chick grasped how fires. The fires spread quickly. Cringer jumped up and down. It's hot, he said. Run to the water hole, said Floppy. All the animals ran in the water hole. As they went into the water, fleas began to jump off their backs. Fleas don't like getting wet, thought Floppy. Floppy woke up. He had an idea. He crept up to one of the men and picked his broom wren. I have plans, Floppy said to the dingoes. I think I can get rid of your fleas. You can? Said Amber. Then we can make friends with the man. We need to find water holes, said Floppy. Follow us, said Red. They worked for a long time. At last they got to the water hole. Pick up the broom, said Floppy, and walk backwards into the water. Gingo walked backward into the water. The fleas on his leg began to crawl onto his back. They didn't want to get wet. Keep going, said Floppy. Gingo went deeper. Soon his back was under the water. The fleas crawled onto his head. They didn't want to get wet. All the fleas were now on Gingo's head. Now put your head under the water, said Floppy. Gingo lay down in the water. The fleas crawled up his nose and onto the broom. Let go of broom, said Floppy. The broom floated away. The flies stayed on the broom. Hooray! Cheered the dingoes. Now we can all get rid of our fleas and make friends with the man, said Amber. I hope so, said Floppy. A magic key began to glow. It was time for Floppy to go home. Oh no, said Floppy. I didn't bring anything back from my adventure. Floppy heard Mom calling. She was still in the garden. Floppy, it's bath time, she said. Mom watched Floppy with his hornpipe. Fleas, she said. How do you get fleas? Floppy picked up the boomerang. I'm going to the park, she thought. I need to find a water hole. See you next time. Bye-bye.